Teleportation is a common theme in science fiction, but most examples, like the transporters in Star Trek, tend to be used in very limited ways. So, from Star Trek to Flash, writers of this genre have always been very keen on exploring this topic. Not just this, the K-pop industry as well is very obsessed with the use of various concepts for their music groups, and teleportation has also been dabbled by one such group called EXO under SM Entertainment. But all this has been done with the thought of teleportation as a reality. But what if it actually was? Let's say that scientists make some crazy development and are able to invent teleportation overnight. What happens to the modern world? How will it be changed in the blink of an eye, and what more changes will it bring in terms of modern-day traveling methods? That is exactly what we looked into, and before we begin pouring our thoughts, let us start off by saying that teleportation is possible, however, only in the quantum world. Teleportation is possible now in the subatomic world of quantum mechanics, albeit not in the way typically depicted on TV. In the quantum world, teleportation involves the transportation of information, rather than the transportation of matter. Quantum teleportation involves two distant, entangled particles in which the state of a third particle instantly teleports its state to the two entangled particles. Coming to simpler things, imagine not having to book flight tickets or train tickets when you go to travel. Imagine not having to book hotel tickets. If it takes 2 minutes to travel to the other end of the world and come back, then why would you need to spend on travel and accommodation, right? Imagine not waking up each day and going through the hassle of booking yourself a cab to work. If teleportation becomes real, one of the biggest pros that we clearly see is that we will all end up saving a lot of time. Here, let's say in case we need to reach somewhere at 9 a.m., we would have to wake up at 7 a.m. and fix our whole schedule accordingly. However, with teleportation in place, we would just have to get up, get dressed, and teleport. Life will become super simple. We feel that teleportation might also enable us humans to explore the galaxy. No need for complicated rockets and highly technical takeoffs. You just blink and you are on the other point in the galaxy. As far-fetched this might sound, one can dream, right? You would also no longer be forced to buy a home considering its proximity to your place of work. You can just teleport, albeit the distance. Finally, living anywhere you desire will be a reality. People who are now working in other cities or countries and their families or parents are living somewhere else, traveling to meet them would no longer be a hassle. You miss someone, you think of meeting them and it's done in an instant. Want to go on a trip, done. Jot down the places you want to visit and travel. People will have more time on their hands to spend with their families and follow their passion. More time to explore new interests and focus on self-development. Lesser traffic jams, less pollution, less noise. Everything seems like a better version of itself right now. Just imagine, if humans can teleport, then we will reduce taking out our cars for every petty activity. Once this starts happening in huge numbers, the carbon emission will reduce and the final result will be a reduction in the amount of pollution. A better and healthier planet, right? The same goes for the amount of noise of pollution that we create. Teleportation will reduce that as well. Trains and buses will run lesser and have a lower amount of people boarding them. Lesser queues and hustle and bustle. Can you fathom that teleportation will also help make logistics a way simpler process than it currently is? We all order goods off the online e-commerce websites, right? Now, depending on the type of item, location of the seller, your delivery location and generic transit time, the days required for delivery of the item is determined. But if teleportation were to be real, you would just simply place the order and upon its receipt, the seller will personally grab hold of the item and teleport it to your address. Another way might be you teleporting to the place of origin of the required item or the seller who currently has the item and fetching it for yourself. Makes the process a whole lot easier, right? Industries would totally utilize the perks of this facility as it would enable a simple assembly line method and supply chain management for them. However, we all know that when things get easier for one lot, it becomes hard for another section of society. While teleportation depicts a lot of benefits and sounds super fun, we need to also consider the negative aspects it might bring in for society. We spoke about logistical ease, however, while teleportation might simplify the process, it will end up eliminating the requirement of a lot of manpower and labor who are involved in the process. Therefore, causing a reduction in employment. Reduction in booking flight and hotel tickets will also lead to a drop in the business of the hospitality sector. And again, take away a lot of jobs that are required by people out here. Teleportation is something that scientists are still exploring. While it is kind of possible in the quantum world as mentioned in the beginning, human beings teleporting seems like a distant possibility. But we never know, do we? Have you ever wondered what would happen if intelligent life is found on planet Mars? Watch our next video on that topic. Thank you for watching our video. Please give us a like and subscribe to our channel for more.